President Pratt Whitney said today they had no choice but to close the Cheshire plant, or the company would have ended up like some of the nation's automakers.
David Hess has been at the helm of one of the state's largest employers for 2 years and says that because of tough decisions like that, the company is now hiring again. Chief Capitol correspondent Mark Davis has more on his speech to the state's largest business organization today.
David Hess, the president of Pratt Whitney, almost sounded like he was apologizing today as he explained why the decision on closing the Cheshire plant had to be made. He says they really had no choice if they were going to remain competitive.
If you don't make those kinds of tough decisions, you over time start to encounter some of the same issues that GM and some of the automotive companies encountered when they found themselves to be in an uncompetitive position.
But he also told the state's largest business group that what he called that leaning out of their business has allowed them to be ready for developing new engine products.
Kind of creating an opportunity for some of those folks that might be impacted in the Cheshire and the small parts repair operations. So as they become available, we can move them to some of this development work.
And he says that development work is creating hundreds of new jobs.
So there's a lot of development work. We need engineers to do that kind of development work, as well as we need some hourly folks to help us with starting to assemble and develop and test new engines for these programs.
And he also said that he is not discouraged by the news that Defense Secretary Robert Gates wants to slow down on purchases of the Pratt & Whitney-powered Joint Strike Fighter plane.
Overall, we may see the ramp up on the Joint Strike Fighter program to be a little bit lower than we had anticipated, but it's still going to be a growth program for Pratt.
Hess also said that for Connecticut to be more business-friendly, the governor should have a stable tax policy and not have it going up and down all the time. And Governor Malloy told me today he agrees with that. From the Hartford Newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.